Now, for those who actually have seen the Sonic 2 movie, because I know I have, and let me tell you, it was like a lot better. It was like so much better than the first one. I'll tell you that right now. And this is just basically in my honest opinion. Last time I actually did like a bit of a review or and also like mad theory that I did a long time ago when I talked about the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and it was actually pretty good, and I actually did a few theories about that as well. But for those who actually don't notice about this particular scene from the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, well, guess what? This over here, everyone keeps on saying that this version of Eggman, when he fuses with the Master Emerald and becomes one with it, they say that he becomes Super Eggman. I hate to break it to you, but that's not technically what the form's called. You know that technically that mostly the super forms are usually called, they have mostly have the golden aura, or depending on who the character is, like take for Knuckles for example, his would actually turn pink fur instead of golden fur. As for Sonic or Shadow, perhaps they have like a golden fur and like white fur for like Shadow for example. Silver also has like a golden fur when he turns super. But with Eggman, that's not technically super form. This is actually what you called chaos form. This is a chaos form. Literally the first ever chaos form to ever exist in the Sonic movie universe. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, what exactly is a chaos form exactly? Now I'm not actually talking about like, chaos from Sonic Adventure. That's not what we're talking about at all. Chaos Form is actually a little bit different compared to other transformations in the Sonic franchise and anywhere, particularly in the Sonic universe. Now, the Chaos Form is actually one, as we know, as we see here, is in the movies, Chaos Eggman. And of course, the abilities of Chaos Eggman involve with obviously teleportation or probably chaos control, that wouldn't surprise me. Also, we have the power to actually literally create robots like that Death Egg robot that he did during in the movies, and also upgrading his machinery. Also allowing him to actually use like different other abilities inside his Death Egg robot, like laser eyes, and actually using the actual ability to even move without actually having to use manual movement from his machinery inside. He can just move automatically while using his actual body. Now, is there actually more than one Chaos form that actually exists in the Sonic franchise? Well, guess what, my friends? Yes, there is. So today, I'm actually going to be talking about a few other Chaos forms. So first off, we already went through with Dr. Eggman from the movies. So now let's go ahead and talk about the other transformations. Starting off with Chaos Knuckles. Now, Chaos Knuckles is actually from the comic series of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is actually based on the Archie comics. And basically what that does is when he actually uses the power of the Master Emerald to become one with it and actually gets a green aura and green fur, green energy, it's completely chaos. And what I've heard, it actually kind of feels like about like the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, or like, from like, either Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super. Technically, it's also considered to be uncontrollable. Now, I know that kind of sounds the same and like that, but there is a bit of a few twist. Apparently, in the Archie comics for Chaos Knuckles, he doesn't only just have the power that has very uncontrollable, but once being controlled, he does have the ability to also travel through time and space, also having to connect with his ancestors or other guardians who were actually also users of the Master Emeralds, who have guarded the Master Emerald for eons or years, whatever, okay? Whether those that will be guardians to communicate with, also from, from the present, past, or future, that are, they were dead or alive, you get the drift. And speaking of the time travel just about earlier, he can actually bend time to his will, which is pretty broken. Anything else that I've missed specifically when it comes to these comics or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. I'll just letting you guys know that earlier now. So let's continue on with the next one. So Chaos Knuckles, done. So now let's move on to the next one. Mecha Sonic, otherwise in this case, Metalix. Now, first off, you're probably wondering to yourself, are you just going for the Dragon Ball, for like, the Mario Bros. Z series or something like that? Well, no. Actually, I am not. Apparently, there was actually a time where Mecha Sonic was actually going for the Master Emerald once again to actually go into a different transformation. If you notice at the start of the Archie comics, specifically the Fleetway arc, Mecha Sonic was considered to be Metallix at the time. And by the looks of things, Mecha Sonic alone did have a bit of a different look, aside from this look over here, or even in the IDW comics, but it did seem like that Mecha Sonic, or Metallix, was indeed about to go into his Chaos form for the first time. But of course, as we all know, Super Sonic actually decided to go into Fleetway Super Sonic, which was the anxiety and also, like, nervous system of his super form. And due to the fact of the green aura that was surrounding Metallix at that time, it kind of did feel like that he was about to actually literally go Chaos form instead, which would have been very hype and very interesting to see. Now, of course, there is actually a whole bunch of Chaos form fan art or anything like that, or fan animations of Chaos Metallix, or Mecha Sonic, if you will. But I really do wish that it was possible for Mecha Sonic to actually use that transformation. Now, this is just some, just quick brief other info about something else. Mecha Sonic is actually a good guy now, thanks to the IDW comics and Scrapnik Island, which, by the way, that was an awesome story, and I like that the mechas, like Mecha Sonic and Mecha Knuckles, are good guys now. So hopefully they actually do get to return as being, good guys. Seeing, mechas versus metals will be an interesting matchup. Well, that's Mecha Sonic, or Chaos Metallix, out of the way. And now for, obviously, the very most interesting one of them all, Scourge the Hedgehog, otherwise known as Anti-Sonic. Now, as we know, that Scourge was actually using the Master Emerald to actually, get a whole new makeover thanks to the Master Emerald, which actually made him turn green. Well, that was because when Knuckles' dad in the Archie comics actually punched him out from using it just to make sure that, he doesn't gain full power. However, but after getting knocked off, he actually stays green in that state, which kind of does feel like that, to me. It does kind of look like that, Scourge is still kind of likely to be, in this, chaos state. Because if he's kept staying green, then he's managed to be able to keep staying green for, a very, very long time now. And by the looks of things, he's managed to, sustain that chaos ability. He's managed to keep it stable within his body for, a very long time. This is why he's been kept green for, so many years now. Then, of course, if he actually goes into Super Scourge, his aura looks completely different. He has, literally purple fur. Yeah, the whole makeover when it comes to Super Scourge is absolutely nuts. But that's when it hit me, because since that Scourge was in his Chaos state, which kind of still represents that look, that's literally having the Chaos Master Emerald first, and then starts using, well, whatever the heck he starts using for his super form. Unfortunately, he doesn't use the Chaos Emerald, but I have the feeling that maybe the Chaos Emerald would still give him the same exact look as he looks like right now. So then I wanted to myself, and this is a very quick analysis kind of theory, I guess. If you use the Chaos Emerald first to be in your Chaos form, right? What would happen then if you actually then use the Chaos Emeralds afterwards? You know how most of the time that, you use the 7 Chaos Emeralds first to go Super, then you use the Master Emerald to transform the Chaos Emeralds into Super Emeralds. Therefore, you result in getting Hypersonic or Hyper Shadow or Hyper Form, whatever Hyper Form that may be. If using the Master Emerald first, and then using the 7 Chaos Emeralds second, what would that technically result in? It's possible that this kind of transformation would actually result in maybe having a purple kind of look, but depending on who is the user, if they're using it for good, maybe they'll have a brighter purple or something like that, which will be very, very interesting indeed. A lot of people say that if it were to be purple, it would tend to be considered to be as some sort of godlike form, and I'm not even talking about Super Saiyan God. It's more like purple as in well, as much as I don't want to say Ultra Ego style here, but it kind of freaking is, but not really. But to me, that does keep you wondering, I guess, because is it even possible that using the Master Emerald first to go purple by using the Chaos Emerald second? Now that would be very interesting to use. It kind of feels like, is there more than one way to then just keep using the same ways of using Chaos Emerald, Super Form, and then use the Master Emerald to then try to go Hyper? I feel like this could be a very new, interesting state, which technically, either whether it can be controllable or not is the other question. I feel like you can do awesome things with that kind of power. If Sonic ever decided to actually use the Master Emerald himself to go into his Chaos form perhaps, if he ever were to do that, and then afterwards actually transforming using the Chaos Emeralds while still in his Chaos form, what would that technically give him? It's kind of like a reverse effect while you're actually using this sort of power, but it kind of gives you different results. And it could be possible that maybe Shadow could possibly have that exact same kind of look, or any other character that might be involved with it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think that if you actually use the the Master Emerald first to go into your Chaos form perhaps, instead of going Super, then if you use the Chaos Emeralds after that, what do you think would actually happen then? Just wanted to make this video just for the fun of it, and also there's something that I was kind of curious about lately, because Chaos form is a very unique transformation, and it's like kind of one of the most craziest things ever to be known in the Sonic franchise, which I feel like that no one has technically kind of gone through just a bit. Maybe just probably some people like Saint Scholar, for example. I mean, he's done a lot of Sonic content over the years, which I feel like which is great. It's really awesome. I still watch him actually, and he's amazing. So go ahead and maybe perhaps check him out. He's actually done a few Sonic content there. But other than that, I just want to bring this out just for the sake of my own kind of stuff, and I want to do the fun of it. But yeah, this is just something I wanted to talk about. So let me know, again, in the comments what you guys think about the Chaos form and all that other stuff that I just talked about. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the notification bell to never miss a video. And remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and like always, my name is Mad Dog, and may your days be mad and rad.